Welcome to Final Whistle Football News, the home of daily football and transfer updates. Subscribe now and join the community of true football lovers. Never miss a moment from the beautiful game. My first news is better than Mbeumo. Man United target £132 million star who's very keen on PL move. Manchester United's fans have been hugely disappointed over the last 12 years, with the club unable to reach the heights that were set under the Sir Alex Ferguson era. The Scotsman led the Red Devils to a staggering 13 Premier League titles, but since his retirement in 2013, the first team have only been able to muster multiple second-place finishes. Ruben Amorim will no doubt want to end such a drought, but the 2024-25 campaign was the polar opposite of what he would have had in mind after taking the reins in November. The 15th place finish was unacceptable, especially given the expectations of the fanbase, but the recent run of 3 wins in a row has highlighted glimpses of a turnaround in form. However, the upcoming January transfer window will present a new opportunity for the manager to further invest in the squad and bolster the options at his disposal. United's hunt for added additions in January. Over the past couple of days, United have been named as one of the sides interested in a move for Borussia Dortmund star Joe Bellingham in the January window. The Englishman only moved to the Bundesliga during the summer, but after just 2 starts in 2025-26, he could be set for a quick exit to gain valuable minutes to aid his progression. A £42 million price tag has been mooted as a result, but other teams such as Crystal Palace and Sunderland are also in the race for his signature at present. However, he's not the only player in their sights, with AC Milan winger Rafael Leão another top-level star who's reportedly being scouted by the Red Devils hierarchy. Why United's £132 million target is even better than Mbeumo. The summer gave Amorim and United the perfect chance to improve the first-team squad, with the hierarchy forking out a fee in the region of £71 million for attacker Bryan Mbeumo. The Cameroonian international was a key target for multiple sides in the division, but ultimately, it was the Red Devils who came out on top to win the race for his services. Many people raised eyebrows at the mammoth fee, especially after one solid year in the top flight with 20 goals, but it's safe to say the money spent looks worthwhile. Just a handful of games into his spell, the 26-year-old has already found the net on 5 occasions within his first 10 outings for the club, already sitting as the club's top goal scorer at present. Mbeumo has nailed his starting role down in Amorim's system, but that could be about to change beyond January, especially if a deal is agreed for Leão. There's no denying it would be a hefty investment given the recent spending at Old Trafford, yet it could be one that takes the current first-team squad to the next level. When comparing the pair's respective stats from the current season, the Portuguese star has managed to outperform the current United star in countless key areas. Finding a teammate is also another strong point of his game, as seen by his higher tallies of key passes and passes into the opposition box per 90 in 2025-26. Such numbers would allow the likes of Benjamin Sesko and Matheus Cunha to also hit the ground running in Manchester after their own big-money transfers this summer. To top off his dominance over the current Red Devils star, Leão has produced more progressive passes and progressive carries per 90, highlighting his ability to get the ball into forward areas at any given opportunity. £132 is an absurd amount of money, with United having to break the current English transfer record to secure his signature if the Syria side are unwilling to negotiate. However, it's evidently clear that the 26-year-old is a phenomenal talent, levels above Mbeumo, with the hierarchy needing to jump at the chance of landing him in January. My last news is Fulham. West Ham United rival AC Milan in Gabriel Jesus race. AC Milan are all set to face competition from Fulham and West Ham United in their pursuit of Arsenal forward Gabriel Jesus. Gabriel Jesus is expected to part ways with Arsenal at the turn of the calendar. The Brazilian will soon be back on the pitch, but since he is no longer a part of Mikel Arteta's plans, his future has become a big talking point. According to a report from MilanLive.it, AC Milan are keen on acquiring his services as they look to reinforce their attack mid-season. But they are set to face competition from Fulham and West Ham United, who are also keeping tabs on the Brazilian international. After an impressive spell in England with Manchester City, Gabriel Jesus joined the Gunners in the summer of 2022. While he has been an integral part of Arteta's plans over the years, his output in the final third has often been questioned. The 28-year-old has been sidelined with a ligament injury since the start of the year. While Arsenal were already in the market for a world-class forward, his unavailability made it a top priority for them. The Gunners ended up forking out a significant fee to sign Victor Gyökeres. Gabriel Jesus to leave Arsenal in January. While Gabriel Jesus is set to return in the near future, he is no longer an important part of Arsenal's squad. He still has around 18 months left on his deal, but a departure in the winter window looks very likely. The 28-year-old still has the desire to make it to Brazil's squad for the World Cup, and he is aware that he will have to play week in and week out to make it happen. Since that is unlikely to happen at the North London club, the former City striker is ready to make the switch in January. AC Milan, Fulham and West Ham have emerged as potential destinations for the Brazilian striker. But since he has been out injured for a long time, signing him could be a massive risk. As a result, Arsenal are open to a loan deal with a buy option, which becomes an obligation depending on certain conditions. The Gunners want just a touch below €30 million for Gabriel Jesus, who certainly has a lot of football left in him. Despite his recent struggles, there is certainly no shortage of interest in him. Italian giants Milan are struggling to score goals, and they want a prominent figure up top. English clubs to rival AC Milan. They feel the Arsenal striker could help their cause. But they will face tough competition from Fulham and West Ham, who continue to monitor his situation. Marco Silva seeks more firepower in the final third and feels Gabriel Jesus' experience could come in handy. West Ham are also keen on signing the Brazilian, as long as the terms are favorable for them. With Niklas Füllkrug and Callum Wilson struggling to score goals, reinforcing their attack is a top priority for newly appointed Nuno Espirito Santo. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Final Whistle Football News, and turn on notifications so you're always in the loop with the latest transfer news and rumors. One more thing, what are your thoughts on these updates? Comment below.